guys, so today I am doing another tutorial video. This is kind of a tutorial and it is also an experiment for me because this is going to be the first time I make myself a Lightroom preset. So here today I have 6 photos here that I took of flowers in Dalian Park, which was the video which I did last week. So if you want to check that out, the link will be down in the description. Anyway, today I'm just going to use this key photo here and I am going to make edits to it, turn that into a preset, and then put that on the rest of my photos and just see what it's like, whether I can speed up my Lightroom edits instead of doing an edit on something, then hitting previous, then adjusting it, and then hitting previous and adjusting it. Hopefully if I can do a preset over everything, it'll speed me up because I'm so far behind my edits, like maybe half a year behind on all my personal edits, so it's time to speed up. So for this composition, I just decided I want to lower my highlights a bit and also lower my shadows because I want a bit more depth, but I don't like the bright shine here on these petals. I'm going to increase my white just a touch because it seems to bring out a bit more yellow in the petals, and I'm going to decrease my black only a little bit, so -16. So if we can look at that against the original, there's not too much difference, but it just feels like there's a bit more depth to the picture. I'm going to add a little more clarity because one thing I really like about this photo is how crisp the flower is. So yeah, I really just want to bring the crispness of the nature out. And now I'm going to go down to my tone curve, bring down my shadows a little bit, bring down my midtones just a touch, so it's 48%, and probably leave my highlights where they are. Okay, and then I'm going to go down here and I'm just going to do selection on the different saturations that I want and see, do I want more green, less green? Yeah, I think for this preset, because I'm trying something a bit more extreme, I'm going to bring down the saturation of my greens so the orange of the flowers really stand out. And I'm also going to just increase my orange a touch, and because I've got yellow flowers here too, my yellow's a touch, and just my... Okay, so I have made a few edits. So now I'm going to go up to, the develop menu, go down to new preset, and I'm going to go through my white balance. So I changed all my basic tone stuff. I did my tone curve, my clarity, did my lens corrections, I did color. I haven't done split toning, so I think I'll leave it at that. And I'm going to call it flower test. So this is what it looks like on my final image, just as a test. So I'm going to now come over to this next image and I'm going to go here to my flower test preset, click on that and see how that comes up. I might do the same to this next one, flower test. And I also put this one in, which has a bit more scenery, just to see how it goes. Okay, so I really like how it looks on this first image, but I find that the next 2 images, there's just way too much contrast in there, and I kind of don't like how desaturated the flowers are, although it would be a good background. So I think I might just edit this one version and leave this version. So I want to just bring here, go up to my saturation and grab the yellow and just bring the yellow up a bit like that. And I am also going to increase my shadows a little bit. Okay, so I've changed this preset a bit. So what I'm going to do for the second one here, where I'm actually going to increase my brightness a little more, I'm going to create a second preset out of that and just see what that looks like on everything. Called flower test 2. Okay, so just an example, this one still has flower test 1 preset on it, so if I put flower test 2 on it, it's got quite a different change. Flower test 1, Again, flower test 2. I think I'm gonna leave this one a flower test 1 because I like having the two different images which are similar. It's a completely different mood. This one here is more happy and bubbly. Could possibly bring up the saturation a bit more of my greens to make that happy feeling kind of come to life. I like that. And I like that. It's a bit more subdued and it's a kind of like a beautiful merge of these creams and grays. I really like that color tone together. Okay, let's go on to this red flower. And I actually really like how this turned out with the first preset we put on. So if I look at the original versus this one, it just got so much more depth in these flowers here. I like how the red pops out a little more from the green. Could pop out even more, but I do kind of like the subtle look on this image. But let's just give it a go with Flower Test 2 on it. Oh, see, Flower Test 2 really brings it back. I definitely think that the first preset would be better for this. I like that, and I'm just going to just bring up this red a little more, see what it looks like. No, you know what? I'm just gonna bring it straight back to the original preset. I really like that. I think that it's worked really well for this image. Okay, next one now. This one I feel has a little bit of a disaster with this preset. It is way too dark now. This flower looks so sad and miserable. Like it's brought out some of the detail, but it's kind of a miserable photograph now. So let's first see what it looks like with my second preset. Doesn't really look any better. So I'm gonna go back in, start off at preset 2, and then just see what I can do with this flower. So I kind of really want to bring out these pinks here, make it a bit more vibrant in the pink, maybe not that much. And these whites need to come right up. Yeah, the issue with this one is it's reading the flower at the highlight, so that's just a bit unfortunate of how that played out. Let's just play around with this. Yeah, the mid-tones need to be up, and can probably leave that there. Okay, what I'm going to do to make this image look better is I'm actually going to crop it like that. I think I like that. I'm just going to want to hold the shift down just so it's the same proportions as a normal photograph, just in case I want to use it for something else. Okay, so I like that a lot better than it looked with just the preset, and it's more lively than the original. So I'm just going to quickly show you. That's what it looked like with my preset, which was a bit of an unfortunate result, but with a bit of tweaking, it's really lightened up and it's come back to the beautiful photograph I was hoping it was going to be. So the final one, which was another disaster image with this preset, has become way too dark. I feel like using my preset for a macro image cannot translate well onto my landscape image, and really being a sort of experienced hobby photographer, I should have realized this, but I just wanted to experiment and see what happened. So if I put Flower Test 2 on, it's not really much better, so you know what, I'm going to reset it. It's not worth, those presets aren't worth anything on this image, and actually make it look a lot worse than it is. But while you're here, I may as well just finish editing it off, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay guys, so I just did a quick edit through this and it looks a lot better. I guess I will make another preset for this one to possibly use on future photographs. New preset, let's call it Windmill Test. I'm going to have so many tests on here once I've had a bit more fun with it. I'm going to actually keep the gradiated filter on here and see how that goes in my next one. I might also do some split toning on this image later, but anyway, it was a quick edit just to do this windmill to try and match it in with everything else. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Basically, the outcome is that yes, I find presets really interesting. I am brand new to these, and I'm glad you guys got to go on the journey with me to discover what presets are, whether I like using them or not. Yes, I think using them will increase the speed of my photography editing dramatically, but I do believe that I have to understand which photos go with which, like which are all in the same exposure realm, which are landscapes, which are portraits, which preset works with which basically. Like for instance, I wouldn't use the same preset that I did today as I would for a snowy photo. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I will have all these images which I edited today up on my Instagram in the following week. I hope you guys have fun. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up, and if you really liked it, maybe you could subscribe to see more videos like this. Also check out all the photos on my Instagram. I put it up regularly. There's a mix of photos like this and just travel photos. I have a Threadless account if you want to see those photos, and I will see you next Sunday with another video. Have a good day, run, love and happiness.